I'm going to take a few minutes to discuss what living in Zambia has taught me about white privilege. Zambians are the most remarkable people I've ever met. For a nation that has endured decades of colonial rule, you might expect resentment towards people of European descent. But it's not like that at all. Zambians are warm, forgiving and welcoming in a way that always amazes me. The kindness is one of the reasons I love living here. Yet it is also something that can be taken advantage of, especially by those who know how to use their white privilege. Across Zambia, particularly in towns with large foreign populations, you still see white people being treated differently. The word Muzungu carries a strange power. A white person walks into a shop or an office and suddenly the rules shift. Staff hurry to serve them first. Doors open faster. It happens quietly, but it often happens. It's not respect, it's a hangover from the colonial past. Only 60 years ago, Zambians were treated as second-class citizens in their own land. Many were made to believe that the white man was somehow superior. That lie still lingers in small ways, passed down through generations. But Zambia has come a long way since independence. People are more self-aware, more confident, and more ready to challenge the old hierarchies that still creep into society. Then there is the question of land. Let me put it simply, land is a sensitive issue here. All land in Zambia technically belongs to the state and is leased, not owned outright. In reality, however, foreigners still find ways to control large areas through connections or companies. I'll not dive into the legal fine points of what's owned by the state and the difference between traditional lands, but it is obvious that something is off when local farmers struggle to access small plots while outsiders manage to lease entire states. This is not equality. This is exploitation dressed up as investment. And there's a term that makes my blood boil, and that term is expatriates. I hate the word. It is soaked in privilege. A white person in Africa is called an expatriate, whereas an African working in Europe is called a migrant, or sometimes worse. Same story, different label. Language matters because it reveals who still holds the power. Zambian people are generous, but generosity should never be confused with weakness. It comes from strength, from Ubuntu, from the belief that I am because we are. Zambians see humanity in everyone, even in those who have not always treated them fairly. That is beautiful, but it cannot mean allowing the same old systems of inequality to continue unchecked. And I say all this as a Muzungu who loves this land deeply. I am married to a Zambian. My children are Zambian. Zambia is our home. I owe this nation my respect and not my excuses. To my fellow foreigners, I say this: do not live apart. Do not form your own little expat bubbles and pretend you are blending in. Learn the languages. Respect the customs. Stop acting like guests of honour and start behaving like members of the community. And to my Zambian brothers and sisters, keep your kindness, but stand tall. This country is yours. Do not let anyone make you feel otherwise. This is your culture, your land. You determine your own future. It belongs to you. Zambia is a shining example of peace and democracy in a world that often forgets both. Its people have hearts of gold and spirits of steel. The next step is for those hearts and those spirits to claim everything they deserve, because Zambia does not belong to the so-called expatriates. It belongs to the Zambians, who built it, who love it, and will carry it forward.